and a very warm welcome to all of you. I'm Neha Bhardwaj-Alter and this is a special edition of Game On ICC Champions Trophy 2025 and we are building up to the marquee clash between India and Pakistan. Yes, the cynics are out with their own theories about India versus Pakistan rivalry losing its charm. Well, if you're watching this, let me tell you, this rivalry will never lose its aura. The mother of all clashes, as Ravi Shastri puts it, comes once in every few years on a big stage like the World Cup. And despite the claims that it's mostly a one-sided encounter, the anticipation before a match between India and Pakistan is at a different level than any other. This rivalry is not just on the field. This goes back to the partition of 1947. This goes back to two nations that have fought wars and continue to share a tense border. So for the non-believers, let me put out some numbers. Ticket sales for this game was absolutely crazy, with over 1.5 lakh fans queuing up online only to find premium categories where the tickets were for 5,000 dirhams also sold out. Advertisers were scrambling to secure ad slots, pushing 10-second ad rates to 50 lakhs, which is double the price of other matches. So this is a rivalry which is here to stay. It's unmatched and it continues to captivate the cricketing world. The cynics, just stay away from all of us. Okay, so India versus Pakistan, the arch rivals, they are locking horns in the ICC Champions Trophy today, with Rohit Sharma's men aiming to seal a semi-final spot and Mohammad Rizwan's team desperate to avoid early elimination from the tournament. While India are on a high after claiming a measured 6-wicket win over Bangladesh, Pakistan are under pressure after the 60-run loss in the tournament opener against New Zealand. The subcontinental rivals' last Champions Trophy clash was the 2017 final, in which Pakistan walked away with the win and the trophy. Rizwan and company would look to draw inspiration from that triumph in London, but would also need to scale up their performance in every department. India will have a distinct advantage in every aspect. The side has settled in nicely, while Pakistan have flown in a couple of days ago after the drubbing handed by the Black Caps in Karachi. More often than not, an India-Pakistan clash is as much a battle of nerves as cricketing abilities, and India would be in a better space on both counts come today. As soon as the match begins, we'll be able to see that difference. For starters, skipper Rohit, whose form was a major concern in the run-up to the tournament, seems to be getting back to his best. If the stroke making against Bangladesh was anything to go by, his 41-run cameo was a crucial contribution in the tricky chase of 229, which was masterfully anchored by Shubman Gill with his 8th ODI 100. In contrast, Pakistan would be fretting over the form and approach of their biggest star, Babar Azam. The 90-ball 64 against New Zealand in a chase of 320 has been roundly criticized for being too slow. Azam's inability to accelerate, even when the asking rate kept climbing, has come under scrutiny, and he would be under tremendous pressure against India. Adding to their woes, in the injury-forced ouster of game-changing opener Fakhar Zaman from the squad, that has made a bigger difference. That is a big blow to Pakistan, that Fakhar Zaman. He is out of Champions Trophy. Imamul Haq has replaced him in the side. He's joined the squad. Middle order batter Khushdil Shah, his counter-attacking 69 in the tournament opener was a positive for Pakistan. But Shah amusingly stated that he has no idea how he made the squad given his lean run in the recent past. The man who's feeling the heat in the Indian team right now is Virat Kohli, after yet another innings where he failed to convert a fairly decent start. His focus hasn't looked the same for a while, but Kohli does have the knack of coming up with special efforts against Pakistan. However, in the larger scheme of things, it could well boil down to key defining moments from the bowlers. And here too, Pakistan have lots to ponder after the hammering that Shaheen Shah Afridi-led attack took from the Kiwis. On the other hand, India have a fit again and in-form Mohammad Shami, who's been brilliantly backed by Harshit Rana. Shami's fifer against Bangladesh ensured that India did not miss their talisman Jasprit Bumrah. India are likely to continue with their winning combination and remain unchanged. The spin trio of Kuldeep Yadav, Ravindra Jadeja and Akshar Patel will be included once again on what is a spin-friendly surface to exploit the conditions. All right, joining us now are three gentlemen who know more than a thing or two about India-Pakistan clashes. They've been covering matches. They've been watching India-Pakistan matches for a really long time. Jamie Alter joins us from Dubai. He's an actor, YouTuber, cricket analyst, writer. Also joining us is Ashar Zaidi, senior sports journalist from Pakistan, but he's in Toronto at the moment. The one good thing, one surprising thing rather, for me is that Ashar normally joins us when Pakistan has a chance of winning. I'm surprised how he has joined us here today, but I am going to come to Ashar in a bit. Also joining us is our senior journalist, Chandrasekhar Luthra. Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time out. This is a big day. I mean, cynics can say what they want to. I think India-Pakistan rivalry, yes, it hasn't been the same in that we haven't seen the close contest, which gives it that aura. But at the same time, I think all of us are anticipating this for a while. We want to watch this match. Jamie, I'm going to come to you. You've been tracking both these teams, their training sessions, their press conferences. What has been the difference that you've seen in the two teams?
I think the confidence, obviously, with which Rohit Sharma speaks and with which Shubman Gill spoke yesterday, it just underlines what we all know is very obvious. Form, confidence, man-to-man, India are the favorites for this match. No one's going to debate that. But again, beyond the cliche of, oh, this is cricket, anything can happen on the day. But this Pakistan team, I mean, and it's very obvious there are fractions within this team. I covered the first practice session they had. It was very obvious that things are anything but rosy within the camp. But again, this Pakistan team, we've seen past Pakistan teams when pushed against a wall in a must-win situation. And let's face it, after losing in Karachi to New Zealand on opening day of this tournament, they are against, the odds are stacked against them. Again, man-to-man, they have fantastic bowlers. Aqib Javed, the Pakistan coach, fantastic bowler he was back in his prime. He compared Shaheen Shah, Afridi, Naseem Shah, Haris Rauf to that, in his words, the troika of the 90s. And while the moment he said that, there were snickers all across the press conference from both the Indian journalists and Pakistan journalists. Aqib Javed was not saying that, it was not a slight against anybody else. He genuinely believes his fast bowlers have what it takes if they perform to their best ability to unsettle this very, very good Indian batting lineup, Aqib Javed spoke about this 4 times in yesterday's press conference, twice prompted Meha, twice not prompted. He referenced India's 5 spin bowlers, and he said, it seems like wherever I go, whatever I read, whatever I watch, everyone is saying, "Arey, unke paas 5 spinners hai, aapke paas koi nahi." He said, let India do what they want to do. If they believe 5 spinners is what they want to put their faith in, by all means, that's their choice. We know our pace, our strength is pace, and I'm backing our pacers to get the job done. So it's the mother of all clashes, as the saying goes. Is it overhyped? I think the cynic in me is also starting to come out a bit, Meha. I believe it has been a bit overhyped, but like Aqib Javed said yesterday, put the two teams in an empty stadium, remove all you media wale, remove all the cameras, remove everything. In an empty stadium, the players will know there's no bigger pressure cooker situation than India versus Pakistan. And that was such an apt statement.
But 100%, Jamie, but you've got to not let that cynic come in. I mean, I'm talking about a person who constantly talks about cricket, and I'm also talking about a person who's gone to extreme lengths to find ways to watch India-Pakistan matches in the United States of America. So during your college days. But let me get in Ashar. Ashar, it's wonderful to have you here.
Thank you.
I've got to begin by saying that Pakistan really do not have a chance here, and they're going to be under tremendous amount of pressure. How do you see this unfolding for the Pakistan team?
Meha, first of all, thank you for having me, and salam to all the guests in the show. You had a wonderful intro, and that made me convinced that if I had any money, I should be putting it on India, because of what you have said and the way you have painted it, it looks like India is taking away the match. Well, on paper, on statistics, on current form, morale form, everything is in India's favor. But having, not just coming from a Pakistani fan, but the way I've seen Pakistan team perform, It's just the graph is very similar for Pakistan in every tournament. We start with the hype, we take a nosedive, and when things are odd, that's when we start to get up. Be it the 92 World Cup, be it the 2017 Champions Trophy, be it the 2009 World Cup, that's how we do it. That's the only way we know how to play it. So when the stakes are down, as Jamie said, that's where we are more dangerous and we start to hit back. Now, let's talk about Aqib Javed, one of my most favorite subjects. I have worked a lot with Aqib Bhai. I love him, but he lives in his own aroma. He has his own world. Like being the coach of Lahore Qalandars, he once went in with 9 bowlers and he was convinced that this is my best strategy and I'm going to go and win the match. Now, Shekhar Bhai, going in with 9 bowlers and expecting to win a match, but that's what Aqib Javed is, right? That's how he plans things, that's how he sees things. Having said that, Fakhar Zaman is out of the race. But personally speaking, I don't rate Fakhar Zaman that high because he's a hit and miss kind of guy. He will score 2 innings, for the next 5 innings, he'll be silent and he'll be throwing away his wickets. But keep in mind, there are quite a few guys who can shine at the big stage. Let's not take anything away from Imamul Haq. He had a lean patch. He went back to domestic, scored lots of runs. He had scores in the side matches. So he has come back. Then we have Saud Shakil. I'm not sure how much you have seen of him. If he plays today, and he should be playing today, there have been reports that Usman Khan might come in. But if Saud Shakil plays in, he is probably one of the best playing batsmen in the world you have right now. So if you have 4 spinners, he's the guy who can come in and play. Then we have Rizwan. Then we have Salman Ali Agha. So the batting unit is quite experienced. It's quite.
I'm amazed that you've still not taken Babar's name in the batting unit.
I'll come on that. See, everyone is talking about Babar. That's the thing. The Babar is the main dish. Babar is the biryani of the buffet that everyone is going to talk about. Let's talk about the side dishes that we have. Right? Let's not take these guys out. And having said that, Dubai is a familiar ground. If anywhere in the world we want to face India, it's Dubai. We know that. We have won against them twice. So I just said that, yes, Pakistan has always had problems. That's in our DNA. That's our problem. And it starts from the chairman of the cricket board. One day he's a journalist, he's running a channel. The other day he's the chairman of the cricket board. You never know, Meha. One fine day you'll find me being the chairman of Pakistan cricket board. It's not out of the equation to have that. So this is how Pakistan cricket works. Unfortunately or fortunately, whatever you call it, this is how we do. This is the only way we know how to play. Now, what we are backing around, see, Pakistan has to offer to answer like 25 million people. If India lose, they have to answer 1 billion people. So let's keep the equations that way. Having said that, I'm not going to talk about India too much, as Javed said. Talking about Pakistan team, again, it's just about 1 or 2 guys coming up and doing that and playing that magical innings. You never know, Babar can click, Rizwan is there. We have quite a few things that Indians should be concerned about. It's not going to be that easy ride for you today.
Okay, well said. And I think I agree with a few of those points. I don't agree with a lot of them. A few of those points, one being that conditions and playing in Dubai is something that Pakistan knows and understands and knows what to do. Babar Azam, like you said, is a biryani. और साइड डिशेस की बातें आपने ज़्यादा करी, उससे पता चल रहा है कि बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है इस टीम में जब बाबर के बारे में बात ना हो और बल्कि ही इज़ गेटिंग ट्रोल्ड नाउ. आई एम गोइंग टू गेट इन शेखर सर एंड आस्क हिम अबाउट दिस वन साइडेडनेस ऑफ द गेम and whether because of that aura is missing. I mean, अशरफ भाई बिल्कुल उम्मीद पे दुनिया कायम है वाली बात कर रहे हैं कि भाई ये हो जाएगा और फिर वो भी हो जाएगा और अगर ये भी हो जाता है तो हम जीत जाएंगे. पर वो सारी चीज़ें होना अभी it's a little difficult given the kind of form that India is in and the pressure that Pakistan comes in. Hosting a tournament of the, level of ICC Champions Trophy and being sort of thrown out of it in the early stages, the pressure of all of that. How do you see this for Pakistan?
Look, on papers, we all say that India has a better chances, obviously, given the fact that our batting strength and also our bowlers, the way Shami has come back, the way, all other spinners are bowling. But again, if you would have asked me this question a week before, then I would have said that Pakistan probably has better team because they were playing well in Australia. They have defeated them there. They have beaten South Africa in South Africa, and India were losing everywhere. Kiwis came, they wiped whitewashed us. We went to Australia, we had problems, we lost the series. So everything was not going well for India. But again, the way unpredictable the Pakistan side is, again the problem has risen, and we are saying that there are problems within the side, there are factions. I agree, but don't forget, Pakistan has played the best team of the tournament. New Zealand to me is the favorite of this tournament to lift the trophy, and we have played against the least favorite, or the bottom, team of this tournament. We did well against Bangladesh. They lost to New Zealand. So the net result is today's game is even pressure cookers kind of game. Because if we lose, we have to play against New Zealand. And if they lose, obviously, they'll be, and if they win, will be obviously in the semi-finals because they'll be playing against Bangladesh. So everything is not right the way we are portraying Indian side, And I also believe that probably Harshit Rana is not answer to the new ball. You have Harshdeep Singh, he's a better swinger of the ball, his natural in swinger is there. You got to play your best team. You got to, and another thing, Akshar and Jaddu, they both have similar nature. They both good batsmen. So we are playing basically two good batsmen rather than two good spinners. And if you have to play the spinner, then where is the X factor that Varun Chakravarti? Why are you keeping him out? I mean, again, the team selection, or then your biggest X factor, Rishabh Pant, he's sitting out. To our chief coach, he is the second wicket keeper. Whereas for captain, for chief selector, he was selected as number one wicket keeper. So there are problems within Indian team. But yet on current form, it looks India might have edge. But again, the toss is going to be very crucial. The breeze is there towards the end of the game. So I think the crucial thing is win the toss, bat first, put a good score on the board, and then you have everything is easy in your way.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to slip into a short break, but very important points there. One being that, yes, we're saying India are the favorites, but there are little issues here and there. Are they going in with the best playing 11? That's one. The other being, the fact that Pakistan have done well in Dubai. They know the conditions. We're going to talk about all of that and how big a role does toss play in the match today. If you win the toss, bat first.